Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about TV shows that help me learn new English vocabulary. There are loads of words that I still do not know that are from particular topics of our lives, and I don't feel this urge to actually sit down and learn them, but there are certain things that I can do every day to improve my English, and you can totally do them. And this thing is super easy. It's just watching a TV show in English. So I'm going to talk about my most favorite TV shows that hook me up, that make me watch them every day, and because I'm watching them every day in English, I'm learning new words every time. So if you're interested, please continue watching this video. The first show I'm going to talk about is the Silicon Valley, because I live in San Francisco and Silicon Valley is really close, and some people consider San Francisco part of the Silicon Valley. There are loads of offices here, and I also run my own startup. And the Silicon Valley show is a highlight of my weekend because every Sunday I wait for the new show to come out, and they always talk about a lot of things that are connected with startup life, like fundraising and legal stuff, and actually Silicon Valley life. And there are so many particular things that you can learn from this show.
What if I told you there is an app on the market?
Not now. No, you wait until you're inside, okay? We haven't even gotten the bottle of water yet.
Head in, I'll meet you in there. I just need to finish this call.
Sure. Cool with a K.
Okay.
For example, pitching your company. You will hear a lot of pitches during the show, and you will learn how to make the elevator pitch. You will see bad examples of pitching your company just like this one, and you would be able, if you're running your company, you would be able to imagine yourself in the same situation.
Jin Yang, what are you doing? This is Palo Alto. You people are lunatics about smoking here. We don't enjoy all the freedoms that you have in China.
Also, Silicon Valley show talks a lot about Silicon Valley culture, like, I don't know, drinking kombucha. I actually have an empty bottle just here with me, and about quitting smoking because nobody smokes here. Everyone is about healthy lifestyle. And houses that they show are really typical for the Silicon Valley. They talk about pricing, they talk about, they actually use the actual meeting spots. For example, the Four Seasons Hotel in Palo Alto, it wasn't some series of the show. So it really gives you this insight in the Silicon Valley lifestyle.
Well done.
So, what kind of term sheet do you think she's gonna lay on us?
There's a lot of work to do, but you certainly knew how to play to your audience. So, I'd say it looks good.
Oh.
And as I said, Silicon Valley show has a lot of vocabulary that is connected to fundraising, like term sheet, which is an offer from you to investor with your company's valuation, with how much money they're going to invest. So, guys, if you're dreaming of running your company in the Silicon Valley, or if you're interested about IT stuff, Silicon Valley is a must-see show. I love it. It's my #1 right now. The second show that I really like and where I take all of my legal vocabulary from is The Suits. I have started watching them back in, I think, 2013. And if you're interested in becoming a lawyer in the States, I think this is the first thing you should start with. Like, watch The Suits. You will get acquainted with the legal culture, with the East Coast culture. It's completely different from the Silicon Valley. Everybody wears suits. The suits, and everybody, like those lawyers, they drive cool cars, they go to cool parties, and this will give you an impression of how the best law firms function in the United States.
He wants a trial, I'll give him a goddamn trial. Your Honor.
The example of words that you can learn from this movie is, for example, trial, which is when you go to trial, you actually go to the courtroom and negotiate with the judge and present yourself, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? And how they talk to judge, they call the judge your honor. So all of those legal things, legal lifestyle. I would say this, like Silicon Valley is for intermediate / upper intermediate. This, I would say upper intermediate level of English, because there are lots of specific words that you would not know, and sometimes they would prevent you from understanding the plot. So if you're intermediate and you want to watch The Suits, I would recommend switching on English subtitles.
Your This is the fraudulent attorney I spoke with you about before trial. We ask that he either refrain from speaking or be removed from the court with an immediate ruling.
But to dismiss this case with prejudice.
Other words that I've learned from this show are fraudulent attorney, which is like fake attorney, and dismiss the case, stop the case, like all of those lexics, and talk with prejudice, which means that you have some particular attitude to the case before you actually start the case, so you have some of your own interests. And this is, by the way, how I advise you guys to translate the words. Do not translate them into your own language, but try to guess their meaning from the context, and maybe use English to English vocabulary, so you would be able to learn the word with its meaning and not with its translation into your own language.
Rachel, what's going on?
I'm not getting into the bar.
Harvey, we have a problem.
This is about Mike.
I have a way to get you into the bar. And what's the catch? What do you mean, no? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me is I don't feel like going back to prison.
And another very important topic in this show is taking LSAT, the exam that you need to get into Masters in Legal Education in the States, and also taking the bar exam, the exam that you need to take to become a lawyer in the States. And they actually shot a real bar exam, so they showed how the experience looked like, and they showed Rachel, who is the main character, they're preparing for the LSAT, and I know many people who are watching this vlog will be taking some of those exams. So I think it's really useful, and even if you don't have anything to do with the legal sphere, like me for example, it was still really good time for me watching The Suits. The next show is actually the first show I started watching in English, and this is the first show that I've seen from the very beginning up to the very end. So I started with House MD, and then I went on to the Sex and the City and whatever. But House MD was really helpful in terms of medical English and in terms of understanding how American medical system works. Because when you watch House MD, you get an idea how doctor's cabinet looks like, how a doctor talks to you.
Are you using your inhaler?
All the time. Go through one a week.
You sure you're using it right?
Do I look like an idiot?
No. Why don't you show me how your inhaler works?
Jerk.
And there are loads of words that you can learn from House MD. For example, the easiest one is inhaler, the thing they use to fight your asthma. Or there are other like names of diseases, and I feel this is really helpful. And it also helped me when I came here. I knew how medical system in America worked because I watched 6 seasons of House MD, and you're learning new medical stuff. You're learning how you describe different diseases. So definitely watch House MD. They also talk about medical exams, so if you're looking to become a doctor in the States, this is the number one thing that you should do.
How long has your daughter had trouble breathing?
About a week now.
The best dads wait 2 or more.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's serious. I checked online and it's asthma or something.
Or something is the #1 killer of teens with no medical degree.
And needless to say, his humor is amazing. You're gonna laugh, I don't know, hundreds of times during just one episode. You're gonna love it. So House MD, please watch if you're interested in medical English. The fourth show is The House of Cards. House of Cards is the show where you get acquainted with an American political system. You see a guy who wants to become a president and how he actually becomes president through sabotage, gossip, bribes, whatever. So all of the hideous political schemes, they are shown in this show. And there are lots of things that you can learn from it as well. My personal favorite is how the main actor says, yes. This is this East Coast accent, I guess, and upper class accent. So his tone, like, you have to listen to it.
J. Underwood, do solemnly swear.
I, Francis J. Underwood, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of Yes, here we go again. Secretary of State, that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's what I was promised. And now, here I am, president of these United States.
As you know, guys, I come from Russia, and they say our president Vladimir Putin has actually watched this show. So yeah, I guess if you're a politician or you want to become a politician interested in politics, House of Cards must see. The only thing that you should know is that English there is really complicated, so there are times when I do not get what they mean, and I guess your level should be advanced to watch it without vocabulary, or you should watch it with subtitles, maybe sometimes even in your own language, because there are so many things that if you're not good at politics, understanding them in a foreign language like English would make it even more difficult. But please feel free to try and let me know if you've already seen House of Cards. Let me know if you're getting the idea of what they're trying to say. And the last but not the least is The Mad Men. The Mad Men is a show about marketing and advertising in the United States in the 60s. Everything takes place in New York, and New York in the 60s is amazing, like the fashion that they have there, and the music is adorable. But the most important thing there is they teach you how to tell a story. And storytelling is a really important skill for any entrepreneur, because you need to tell a story to your customers, you need to tell a story to your investors, you need to tell a story to your partners. And in The Mad Men, you see the main character Don Draper presenting every day. He's presenting to his company is an advertising company, and he's presenting advertising ideas to their clients.
It's clean, it's simple, and it's tantalizingly incomplete. What's missing? One thing. Pass the Heinz.
You mean the Heinz ketchup?
It's Heinz. It only means one thing.
It feels like half an ad.
The greatest thing you have working for you is not the photo you take or the picture you paint. It's the imagination of the consumer. They have no budget. They have no time limit. And if you can get into that space, your ad can run all day.
And you know what? Heinz actually bought that ad from the movie creators, and they paid them a lot of money, and they actually placed it on air. So I think the great job was done behind that show. So if you're interested in marketing, if you're interested in how people create ads and how creative marketing works, The Mad Men is definitely something you need to see. So these are my top 5 favorite shows to learn English, and I've given you some examples how to learn English through watching TV shows. Let me know which TV shows you're watching, or if you have watched any of those that I've mentioned. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn English every day, please consider visiting linguatrip.com for language courses all over the world and Skype tuition. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye!